Okay, today I am building the Mos Eisley's Cantina. Now, I got this map from a Star Wars role-playing game, and I thought it would just be awesome to build this for Star Wars Legion. I'm not sure how many of you were Star Wars role-playing game fans, but back in the day, there was an adventure called the Tatooine Manhunt, and this map of the Cantina was in it. And it's not possible to go to Mos Eisley's and not go to the Cantina. So I just took this map, photocopied it, and then stuck it to a piece of styrofoam, and then went around all the perimeter with just a drywall nail and punched holes to get the gist of it, and then went back through with a marker and then started cutting it out. It didn't take too long to cut this out, and if you watched any of my other videos, I'm not too worried about being super accurate, because the way I finish these, it lends to making up for any mistakes. Okay, now that I have the main base cut out, I'm going to go through and cut all the walls. And I didn't want to make it too tall, but I wanted to have enough height in order to get the archways into the booths. And just going through, hot gluing these down. And now that the perimeter is done, I wanted to use a thicker foam board on the perimeter walls, and then I came back with this little foam board you can pick up at Walmart, and it's made for like projects for school, but I didn't want to use anything as thick as the perimeter walls. And then I actually ended up deciding on going with a double ply of this in most of the interior walls. This stuff is fairly easy to cut, although to get perfect edges, it's not great at all, but it actually works perfect because I'm gonna cover everything. And here I'm just putting in the platform of the foyer, and now I'm on to putting the stucco on the outside. And again, this is if you watched my previous videos, this is an adhesive grout, and it would have been a pain to try and do that on the interior, so I just bought a can of this spray texture, something you would use to patch textured ceiling, and I'm pretty happy with the way this worked. And once that dried, come back with the spray paint, and the textured stuff on the interior and the exterior is essential if you want to come back and spray paint, because it's so much easier to spray paint this stuff, and you have to cover the foam or the spray paint will just eat it away. And the same as my other builds, because I want to keep all this cohesive, we're getting 2 different colors of paint and just some sponge, and just trying to make it look good. And now I'm on to the brown here. Then one of the last steps is to get some white and do a dry brush. And once you start dry brushing, it pulls out all of this texture and makes it look awesome. So I just dry brush the entire thing. And a big bonus to this adhesive grout that I put on it, it is like stone when it dries. And these are a bunch of benches, tables, and chairs that I 3D printed just to give it more of a look of the map. And I also 3D printed a bar. And here you go. Here's some finished photos of it. And if you enjoyed, like always, like and subscribe. Thanks.